Hello, my name is Ryan Claytor. I'm a cartoonist and a university professor, and I have a Kickstarter campaign running right now for my new publication called the Elephant Eater Comics Annual Dispatch. This is a yearly publication that I'm going to start coming out with right now. This is the first issue, and essentially it's an annual art book featuring a bunch of different projects of mine that I've created over the course of the past year with a heavy emphasis on process that I am super excited to share with you. The only problem is I have some statistics available to me through an email service that I use that tell me over half the people on my email list have never backed a Kickstarter campaign ever. And therein lies a barrier of entry for a lot of people to get to know this new publication of mine. So I thought I'd take a moment here to walk you through how to back a Kickstarter campaign for the very first time. So why don't I go ahead and share my screen with you here so we can talk about this new campaign for the Elephant Eater Comics Annual Dispatch. Now, if you've never used a Kickstarter campaign, never been to Kickstarter before, let me walk you around a little bit. First, in order to get to my campaign, I have registered a custom domain name. So if you simply go to annualdispatch.com, that's annualdispatch.com, it will take you straight here. But if this is all new to you, let me walk you around. First, on this page or any Kickstarter page, you'll see a title for the project that somebody is proposing. Now, typically on Kickstarter, projects are not made yet. They are being proposed in sort of a pre-order model, and if there's enough interest, then the project will be made. So essentially, each project has a funding goal. That's what you see right here. And then the monetary amount above that is the money that has been pledged to the project so far. So if that money exceeds the funding goal, then the project moves forward. However, if the amount of money pledged by backers does not meet or exceed the funding goal, then the project does not move forward and none of the backers' credit cards are charged. So nobody is out any money, the project is not made, just nothing happens. So, in addition to that, Kickstarter campaigns are typically run for about a 30-day period. It can be a little more, a little less, but the number of days remaining in the campaign will be right underneath the funding goal. You'll also see a button to back this project, and there's actually a number of different ways that you can back the project. So let me go over a few of those, as well as the project page. So if we cruise through here, you can see that there is a lot of information to take in on a project page, but Kickstarter tries to make it a little more manageable by giving this table of contents over to the side. So you can click on purpose. Why is this project even being made? Or find out some more about the publication itself and get some previews of what these pages might look like inside. There's also a section for rewards. Now, this is where you can choose the type of reward that you would like to back for this campaign. In this case, I've given a few of them a digital reward, so a digital copy of the annual dispatch. Also, a physical copy, which includes not only the physical copy itself, but free US shipping. And the tiers continue to move up from there. So you can kind of look through these visualized reward tiers to get a better understanding of what is in each one of them before choosing one. And as I showed you, there is a back this project button at the top that will also follow you around the campaign. But over toward the right-hand side, you will see another frame that shows you the available rewards, and you can choose which one you want from here. So let's say you've gone through this campaign and you've decided, okay, I would like to purchase this reward. You simply click pledge $25 and it brings up a prompt for you to select a country that your product will be shipped to. So if you move through here, you'll be able to find your country of choice. And once you do, you'll be able to click continue. Once we continue, we're taken to a new page where we sort of see this breadcrumb trail telling us where we were. So we were choosing our reward. Now we are on what's called the add-ons page, the add-ons page. So after you choose your reward, I chose the physical dispatch, you have an option to add on additional items to your reward. Now, I'm going to hop back just a little bit to the campaign page to show you the visualized add-on rewards that I've created. So in this campaign's instance, I have add-ons for things associated with this campaign. Why do we have this sort of a la carte menu item when you can simply select one of these rewards? Well, in the rewards, I have things like a physical copy or a physical copy with a lapel pin and a sticker, or I even have things like a retailer or a gift pack with several different copies of the dispatch. So if you don't want one copy, but you also don't want seven copies, maybe you just want two copies, you could go down here and see, oh, okay, I can get an add-on annual dispatch for a particular amount of money and add on these particular things. In addition to that, as I mentioned, I'm a cartoonist and I've been making books for over 20 years at this point. So I have another add-on menu of books from my back catalog. So if you are interested in what I've done in the past, you could select things like Better Together, our wedding comic, or A Hunter's Tale, which is another comic that I made that was based on my grandfather's poem about empathy, or any number of books that I've created in the past. So after you've selected your reward, as we did just a moment ago, remember it takes you to this add-on page where you can select one of any of those add-ons that I mentioned. They're all here, and all you need to do is click the add button to add it to your reward. Okay, so now not only do I have the physical dispatch, but I also have that vinyl sticker, and together they come to $30. There's an option for bonus support if you want, but let's just continue on to payment. So, since we are first-time backers, we do not have a Kickstarter account yet. So it is going to prompt you for your name, your email address, a confirmation of that email address, and then selecting a password and re-entering that password. It'll ask you a couple questions and some proof that you are not a robot. And then finally, once you create your account, you can log in to your account. Now, once you've logged in and selected your rewards, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this, where you'll be asked to confirm your pledge. Now, it has a little warning here that says backing means supporting a creative project regardless of the outcome. So, one of the unfortunate realities of Kickstarter campaigns is the fact that occasionally they will not be fulfilled for one reason or another. Sometimes there's difficulties with manufacturing. Other times the creator is dishonest and takes the money and there's nothing delivered. With that said, I've had an overwhelmingly positive experience with Kickstarter and crowdfunding campaigns. I love being able to help creators, and I love being able to get things in my mailbox that I wasn't expecting from having purchased them a couple months earlier. So, anyhow, I wanted to mention the fact that I am a self-publisher of over 20 years. I've been fulfilling my work for a couple decades at this point and running several successful Kickstarter campaigns, and I have always made sure my backers are taken care of. So I hope that you will back my campaign with confidence. So with that said, you do need to click this button that says, I understand that rewards or reimbursements are not guaranteed by either Kickstarter or the creator. So there is the checkbox to be able to open up this pledge button. So once that's available, go ahead and click pledge, and that's it. You've now backed your very first Kickstarter campaign. I hope it's mine, and I hope you love the book. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments of this video. Otherwise, you can find my campaign right here at annualdispatch.com throughout the month of October 2025. Thank you so much for your time, and happy Kickstarting.